Rubber Band Man and not the T.I. song. That's a little old school for y'all. And if it's your first time tuning in, this is your host, Nephew Q of Beyond the Game on WLXU 93.9 FM. And I got my constituents in the building with me. From my right to y'all left, if y'all watching on the Facebook page, make sure y'all share the Facebook page too as well.
Please share, man.
I got my guy, Ralph Clay,
Yes,
Dak's biggest supporter in the building, LeBron James, the vice president of the LeBron James fan club. I got Ralph Clay in the building. Go and introduce yourself one time for the one time.
What's up, world? Let's get to it.
Let's get to it, he says. And then, on my left, y'all right, I got the host of the I Rock UK Blue podcast for the Beyond the Game group. Come on, Ralph, man. Can we just
go
get
crazy, Ralph?
Go
I want to. I'm trying to be easy right now. Talk about UK, I get excited.
I'm gonna ignore that, and then I'm gonna continue on where we got Rich the Bull in the build, our very own UK insider analysis. And we got the legendary B Legend just popped up in the building real quick. Go introduce yourself one time, Rich.
That's all I got to say.
That's all you got to say.
Listen to the pod, man.
Like, share, and subscribe to the pod. And then we got who just walked into the building. I don't know if y'all seen, How to Be a Player, but that movie was based off his lifestyle. You dig what I'm saying? We got the legendary B Legend in the building. Big gonna say what's happening one time. What I do, man? What I do, B Legend? Man, what I do? So we got B Legend. So the crew was up in the building for tonight's episode. So let's get right on into it. Let's talk about what's been going on with the sports world the past, past week with the Ja Morant situation. So man, it's a lot to break down and dissect. So I'm gonna go ahead and break it up, throw it over to Ralph Clay real quick, man. With this Ja Morant situation, what's your thoughts, views, and opinions, and what should the NBA do about Ja Morant?
Honestly,
Straight no chaser.
Straight no chaser. Honestly, man, Ja made a mistake. He made a mistake. I'm not gonna be one like all the other people that want to beat Ja up, want to wait for a moment that Ja makes a mistake and tear the man down.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't do it. Ja made a mistake. Ja's a 24-year-old man with millions of dollars. You tell me what you would do in that situation if that amount of money was put in your lap at that young of an age, and you have access to do
whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to do when you want to do it. So I just think it's a young man living life, growing in life, figuring out life. Just because he's an NBA star with a lot of money doesn't mean he has everything figured out.
Do you think the media has been too harsh on Ja Morant?
Absolutely, and that's why I'm taking the stance that I'm taking now, is because I refuse to be that person that tries to beat him up. I want to see Ja make a mistake, but at the end of the day, learn from his mistake and just don't do it again. That's the best thing that Ja can do next, is he made the mistake, grow from it.
You gonna whip him, Legend? You gonna whip him, Legend?
I don't think Legend's gonna whoop him. Hey man, Ja, I stand beside you. You made a mistake. I'm riding with Ja, man.
Okay, all right.
He'll grow from it.
All right, and for those who are tuning in on the Facebook live feed, call in, let us know your thoughts, views, and opinions on the Ja Morant situation. The number's 859-721-5690. Rich, I'm gonna throw it over to you, man. What's your thoughts, views, and opinions on the Ja Morant situation, and what should the NBA do about it?
I mean, like Ralph said, he didn't make a mistake, but at the same time, like, he's kind of portrayed himself as this, I don't know, like, he gangster. Like, I don't understand why you would go out and act like that, because if you make a mistake like this, I think it's worse. Like, the build-up is more.
Mm-hmm.
So, like Ralph said, I think he made a mistake. I think he should get a suspension for it.
How many games?
I mean, I heard the rule is if you carry a gun on a team plane, it's 50 games.
Okay.
So, I mean, if we're going to go by the rules, he might as well get the 50, in my opinion. So, give him the 50, tap him on his hand. I watched the video earlier with Gilbert Arenas, and he was just talking about how it's going to take a few years. Like, right now, he's back down to, like, Tier 2, Tier 3. He was up there at Tier 1 with Luka and him, and he went right back down with this. Gilbert was like, he would need to cut his dreads and stuff to like get his image back. I don't agree with that.
That's doing too much.
I don't agree with that.
Too much, yeah.
But he's definitely gonna have to get his image back up. I don't know how he'll do that. Just go on the court and hoop though.
I think that's how he gets
That's
it
it.
back.
Yeah.
Just go out there and hoop, man.
Yes, I'm not with the cut your hair and all.
I thought that was
this.
silly.
That's
Yeah,
ridiculous,
I
man.
feel like that's the upper establishment trying to tap dance and do right,
Come on, man.
type of thing. But
Come
B
on,
Legend, the OG of the group, man.
OG.
You being very vocal in the Beyond the Game group chat about this situation. So the floor is yours about the whole Ja Morant, and I know you big on the suspension. So tell me how many games you think he's gonna get.
Well, I mean, in the CBA, there's nothing. At first, there was conversation saying that the minimum is 50 games.
Right.
There's nothing necessarily written in the CBA that basically says that it has to be a minimum of 50 games.
Come on, man.
So it could be more than 50.
So it could be more
Okay,
than 50.
okay.
It can be less than 50.
Absolutely, that's
It
why-
can be
there we
whatever.
go.
It really comes down to Adam Silver. That's what it comes down to. But I disagree, Ralph, when you say that people being hard on Ja Morant. I don't see that. I mean, I get it. You're 23. You got millions of dollars, but this ain't got nothing to do with any of that. This is common sense. I mean, hold on. You got $23 million. You don't need a gun. Hire security. What do you need a gun for? You don't need a gun,
Who's
Ralph.
to say it was his? Who's to say he just wasn't showing out for the camera?
Okay,
That's
so
true,
that
too.
makes it even more stupider. Why would you have? Okay, let's roll with that. If that's the case, and he's showing up, okay, I'm still gonna smack you because of the fact that at the end of the day, I don't know who's it. You shouldn't have had it.
I understand.
Period. This is the listen. You got, I don't know. He's got a Nike deal in front of him.
Powerade.
He's got Powerade. He's got all this other stuff. You got kids looking up to you. Again, we don't know Ja Morant, so he's from South Carolina. I'm not trying to say the dude's hood, and I have no idea.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to approach it from that standpoint at all.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say from the common sense, that's why I'm disappointed, because it's common sense. Why would you be on, not that I stood in front of you and turned on my IG Live. You turned on your IG Live.
Mm-hmm.
He turned on his own IG Live and put himself on IG showing a gun. That's stupidity.
Because I mean, if you look at the video, it's like even
It
how he's
doesn't-
showing the gun, it just doesn't
don't make
seem.
sense.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't
man.
make sense, but why put yourself
I
in
get
a
it.
situation?
I get it.
Right?
Do you think
Hold on,
do you
hold-
think the media's being too harsh?
No,
Okay.
not at all. I don't think so at all. I don't think so. And the other part to it too is this: you got to look at it big picture, because Gilbert Arenas, he is the poster child for this, right?
Mhm.
So the rules are set. Number one, you cannot, under any circumstance, bring a gun on a team plane or into a team facility. That is suspension. So the question is, you're in Denver, you're on a road trip. How did you get a gun? Now, everybody wants to come up with all these rationale. Oh man, his homeboys in Denver gave him a gun. Okay, that could happen. Could, but what happened if it did? Is that what we gonna do? We gonna lie hypothetically
Right.
and say, oh, okay, well, let's make sure we cover him up. This is first mistake. Let's make sure we cover it so he can get out of it. He can learn from it, right? So just like a child, right? You continue to let them do what they do. They're gonna continue to do what they do.
Mm-hmm.
If I was John, though, that's what I would do
Yeah,
to cover it up.
That's
I'd
what I
just
would
say,
do.
it's for my people.
Yeah,
That's
I
what,
would
he
like-
did. That's what he's doing.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. But then at the same time, the other person that I really, really blame is his daddy.
I was getting ready. I was
Yeah.
going with that next.
Is his daddy, because his daddy trying to treat him like he the homeboy. No, that's your son.
Yeah.
And your son's out here doing stupid stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so now all this stuff is in the media. All this stuff is starting to swirl, about the other issues that he's got. That's why I'm saying that there's more to this, and you're gonna hear more to come out of this, because supposedly
Yeah, the drinking
he's
problem.
got all these other issues, and just like that thing I put in the group chat today. This dude is on the drinking. He's on the plane
Mm-hmm.
with straight tequila,
Oh yeah.
Going crazy.
bottle up.
Oh yeah.
Now
No
take
chaser, just straight to
No.
the.
No shake.
straight to the head, like this.
Couldn't be me though. Couldn't be me though. I ain't
Yeah.
built.
I
I ain't.
can't
I'm-
do the tequila.
I'm
I'm
just
not
saying,
built like that,
I'll
bro.
take a shot. I'm sure y'all will take a
That's
shot.
what I
Yeah.
drink.
You drink tequila?
Yeah.
You take
Yeah.
it straight like that though?
Yeah.
No.
No chaser.
Whew.
I'll take it no chaser too.
No, I'm talking about straight out the bottom.
No, but he's straight out the bottle, like this. Not like this.
Donovan said they need to sign Zach Randolph to follow him around.
I'm just saying.
I respect
I'm just
that.
saying. So,
Tebow.
and then as
That's
a
an
coach,
OG.
and then my last point is this: as a culture, we've got all this black on black crime. We got all this other stuff that's going on, all this gun violence, et cetera, and then this guy goes out. It's just it's dumb.
Yeah.
Everything about it is dumb. And if I'm his daddy, I'm gonna look at him and say, son, you know,
What are we doing?
Yeah, you got to scale this back. And ain't nobody around him is telling him, hey man, what you doing? Slow down. I mean, because personally, I don't think John's no gangster.
They scared.
I don't.
Because I tell you
They
what,
scared to say
and I
something.
said this in the group chat, and I mean this. You know, I've got an aunt that disappeared in Memphis, and we've never found her. So what I'm telling you is, they ain't got no problem putting Ja or his daddy 6 feet under the ground.
No, sir.
I don't wish that on him.
No, sir.
Young Dolph.
Dolph, yeah. That's Dolph, the first person came to mind.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
Dolph.
Dolph.
And he got love in the city, and
Yeah.
you know, still ended up this
With some
situation.
cookies.
And you know, before we take a quick commercial break, you shared a story. I want to share a story because I'm like you, legend. Like, where's the surroundings at, right? These is your peoples. These is your brothers, right? Quick story. Everybody know Vance, my brother, right? This was statute limitations is over with for this. So he got into a situation. He called me, bro. I'm on my way. Okay, cool. He come over. Let me get that. Nah, you can't get that, bro. Nah, let me get that. Nah, you can't get that, bro.
No.
Not that because I don't know what he would have done. Not saying that he would have done something, but I don't know. Once you leave my eyesight, bro, I don't know what you could be
I
doing.
mean, look at the situation in Alabama.
Brandon Miller, that's
Yeah,
the first thing
and
came to
to
mind.
this day, he thanks me for that. That I never gave in, and I
Absolutely.
gave it to him. That I stood my ground. I was like,
That's
nah,
a real
bro,
friend
I'm
right
not giving
there.
that to you, bro.
Absolutely.
I know you going through your digs, but this it ain't worth that, man.
That's right.
It ain't worth
100%,
that.
bro.
But anyways, we're ready to take a quick commercial break here on WLXU 93.9 FM on Beyond the Game. When we come back, we'll talk about Lamar Jackson, why ain't no team trying to get for him, and is Daniel Jones worth more than Lamar Jackson?
Nope. Here we go.
No. I'm sorry, Rick, but
No,
no.
for the record, I don't think he is. Nah, that ain't
That ain't for you to negotiate.
That ain't for me to negotiate, bro.
I get it.
Everybody know that. That's a
Yeah.
no-brainer.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just foolishness.
I seen
I
it.
just, bro.
Him and Gino.
I'm
Cash
say
out.
mine.
Cash
I'm gonna
out.
save mine for after the break, bro. I'm gonna save it for after the break, bro.
But I know LJ.
Not understand all
but I
tequila
know-
matters.
All tequila.
All
No.
tequila
I
matters.
know, I know, I know.
Tequila,
LJ
bro.
wants
What's your
that-
Patron
he wants
guy?
that bag,
I'm
though.
a
Huh?
LJ wants that
Casamigos.
bag. He wants that bag. He
He-
wants
yeah.
that bag.
He
He wants
want-
that bag.
And I'm bottled too. I just don't want to say it on there.
Nah, you
Straight
can't.
from the bottom.
You can, bro.
Once you get a couple of
Now,
them
you,
shots in,
hey,
it builds
hey,
up. I'm
you-
all
you
bottled
need-
like
You
that.
need to look at the video. You will
I didn't see the video.
You got it's on there. Take a look at it. I'll resend it to you.
Yes, send that to me because I did not see that, bro.
Nah, it's a known fact, man.
You know, this Uncle Bob, Uncle Steve over here, this my homeboy in the back, that Mama Duke's over there always take
I
care of
didn't
it.
see-
All these people on the plane. And he's
It's
sitting
going
there like
crazy,
this.
bro. It's going crazy.
I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
tequila.
Like Kool-Aid. He drinking
Hey,
Kool-Aid.
like
no,
Kool-Aid?
straight up. I mean, he ain't lying. Straight up like Kool-Aid. I said, ooh. Now, if he could drink like that and be rolling, walking,
I don't get how people drink the tequila anyway.
I
I just don't like the taste of it, man. It's just.
I don't
damn.
drink it. I don't drink it like that.
I'm trying to figure out how y'all doing all this and still, you know, the
That's what I'm
MVP
trying to
race.
say.
You
It's
doing
not
a lot,
giving
bro.
talent.
That's what I'm saying.
God given
It's
talent,
more.
bro.
It's more stuff to it.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Beyond the Game on WLXU 93.9 FM. Before we get into the Lamar Jackson conversation, we got a caller on the line. Caller, what's your name, man?
Hello.
You there, caller?
Yes, sir.
All right, what's your name?
I know that voice.
Man, it's your boy Don, man.
Don with the Heels Have Eyes podcast about everything North Carolina related, but we ain't gonna get into that because that's a short conversation. But Don J, what are your thoughts, views, and opinions on the whole Ja Morant situation, and how many games do you think the NBA should suspend him?
I'm not gonna put a number on how many games they should suspend him because I need him to be actually found guilty on something besides, holding up the gun on the IG Live. They need to figure out how he got that, how it was transported, and all that.
Exactly.
But the problem with Memphis is they like an incredibly young team. Like the oldest players on their team is Steven Adams and Dylan Brooks.
Yep.
Now Steven Adams, he's an enforcer on the court, but there's nobody to really lead the team as far as like the big brother on the team. So they need a vet or something which is why I hinted to maybe, just bringing Zebo around to kind of not just follow him, but just to be around the team because he was there, his whole career. And I feel like they would look up to him, and ain't nobody going to try Zebo. We know this. But yeah, they need a mentor or something, man. Kind of like how the Heat guy has them sticking around just to wait for the uniform out there, man. As far as suspension, I don't know, man. I need them to fully investigate it, but I hope this is very eye-opening for him, for real, for his young career.
Before we get you out of here, Don J, will we see Ja Morant play again this season?
That's sketchy.
That's crazy to say, even to have this conversation.
I'll say yeah, because it's going to be hard to prove that he had a gun on the flight because that shouldn't have made it on the plane regardless. So I think we'll see him again this year.
All right, so real quick before we get you out of here, Don J, give me a prediction for our North Carolina Tar Heels going into the ACC tournament and the NCAA tournament.
Nah, just the ACC.
You said one step at a time.
Yeah.
One step at a time.
Hey, man, I try to be confident. Rich told me, hey, no, keep it at the ACC tournament.
ACC first.
Too much dip on your chip. And of course, we got to win tonight. Most likely, we're going to have to play UVA. If we can win that game, I can see us winning the tournament. But, yeah, we, of course, most likely have to go through Duke. But our road to the conference chip is not bad. But who knows what version of our team we're going to get. We could go 20 for 40 from 3, or we can go 0 for 60 from 3, and that's going to dictate how far we make it, man.
Man, you hurt my feelings right now, Don J. But I appreciate you calling in and giving us your thoughts on the whole Ja Morant situation. Also, people, make sure you check out the Heels Have Eyes podcast underneath the Beyond the Game umbrella. Don J, still sorry about your Eagles. We'll holler at you later on, man. All right, so let's talk a little bit about Lamar.
He will not play again.
You don't think he's playing again?
Crazy, bro.
There's not that many games left, so I'm rolling.
Yeah.
I'm rolling too. I don't think he will. Not that many games left.
So let me throw out some names to y'all real quick, and this is most notably towards B Legend over here. 12 highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL from 1 to 12, right?
Oh boy, A-Rod, Patty.
I was going to say, A-Rod's at the top of the list.
Of course he is.
50,
Overpaid.
50 mil. Russ is 2.
Oh, God. Overpaid.
48 mil. 3 is Kyler Murray. 46.
Overpaid.
I can't even get the price out. And the number 4, Deshaun Watson.
Overpaid.
And then number 5, Patty Mahomes.
Underpaid.
That's easy money.
Yeah.
And then we got 6, Josh Allen.
Ooh.
At $43 million a year.
Overpaid.
With the market being where it is,
it's just because of the market.
He's right there.
He's right.
Okay.
He's right.
All right. Number 7,
That
Daniel Jones.
Danny Dimes.
over.
Vanilla Bit.
Okay, I
you don't even comment on that.
8, Matthew Stafford.
Overpaid.
9, Dak.
Overpaid.
I think he's right.
Overpaid. How is that?
I think he's right.
Oh, he's trash.
I got choked up and everything. I couldn't get my question back.
I wouldn't say
I'm just playing BTG.
They paid that man all that money up front. Stole from Jerry Jones.
But we had this conversation. The market was what the market was. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, here's the thing. The market is what the market is.
So we got to keep that in mind when we say Daniel Jones is overpaid.
If
the market about to reset.
And what I'm saying is, if that's the case, then none of these guys are overpaid.
Absolutely.
And then we got number 10, Derek Carr. 11, Jared Goff. 12, Kirk Cousins. Top 12 paid NFL quarterback.
Oh my God.
Now, let's talk about Lamar Jackson. Now, I just gave you guys Lamar Jackson.
Oh.
Lamar Renthal Jackson.
He ain't in the top 12. I had to say who.
He been fighting.
Speak on it. Why he ain't in the top 12?
Talk about it, legend.
Well, I could probably say. I mean,
Hey, this is Beyond the Game, baby.
The 4 of us are sitting in this room.
Let's talk about it.
They kind of look the same, don't they?
Let's talk about it.
They kind of look the same.
Gotta look at it. Let's talk about it.
You know, the number 2 guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he got a little mixed in him.
I don't really count him, but okay.
He part of my culture, man.
I'm gonna let it slide.
He part of my culture.
That number 2 guy,
Now, man, listen. I'm just gonna say it from my perspective.
Okay.
I just think that when we talk football, we talk quarterbacks. That is the one position that when we talk about billion-dollar owners. And their control and their desire or their ability to say, we're going to hire who we want, we're going to do what we want, it's the same thing. I think their vision of it, and I hate to say it, but I just be honest, their vision of it is that they want these white quarterbacks to lead their team.
Yeah.
And they're going to pay them accordingly. They do not believe, which makes absolutely no sense because we just came from a Super Bowl where there was two minority quarterbacks that just took them to the Super Bowl. But if you were to ask billionaire owners, not all of them, because I'm not going to throw them all under the bus, but if you were to ask them, a lot of them would prefer to have,
absolutely,
Tom Brady, white quarterbacks to lead their teams, because historically, those are the individuals who have won Super Bowls and have led teams to Super Bowls. Now, Lamar Jackson doesn't fit your typical prototype.
Not at all.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Brother, braids, depending on who you talk to, not a good thrower of the football.
Running first, quarterback.
Run first, which means that he's liable for injury.
Yes, sir.
And we can continue on down the line. But at the end of the day, I mean, that's just what I think, and I just think it's asinine. You just went through 12 quarterbacks, and there's no way in the world that I would even remotely think that Lamar Jackson will not be one of the top 12 quarterbacks.
Hold on, though.
Get in there, Daniel. Get in there, Daniel Jones.
Because, well, first off, I don't see how Daniel Jones getting signed to what he got signed to compares to Lamar. Because that's like saying, all right, Giants, y'all need to sit back and wait till Lamar gets signed, then sign your quarterback.
Yeah, I agree.
We have to sign our quarterback.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And the contract, everybody's saying $40 million a year, but nobody's really looking at the contract.
Yeah.
The cap hit the first year is $19 million.
Yeah.
He got $82 million guaranteed the first 2 years, which means after 2 years, if he ain't it, we can let him go.
Absolutely.
So, in the market, like we've been talking about, Herbert ain't got paid yet. Burrow ain't got paid yet.
That's right.
Lamar ain't got paid yet.
That's
like
right.
we're talking about Lamar not being in the top 12. Lamar is coming off his rookie contract, right?
Right.
So he's eligible for an extension now.
Right.
So once he get his money, then we can talk about whether he was in the top 12 or not.
Well, I guess I look at it from the standpoint of, I guess the easy way to say this is, why are we even in a situation where Lamar Jackson has not been extended?
I think it's the franchise.
It probably is.
So what's
He
the
was on
holdup?
another
So
team.
what's the
He
problem?
was
But
on
my point, what you're saying is exactly correct. You got to sign your quarterback. You got to do what you got to do, and the market is going to dictate what these guys get paid. But all I'm saying is, tell me something. This guy went into last season without a contract. He rolled the dice without a contract. So explain to me, why isn't it? Well, I mean, you tell me which one of those other quarterbacks went into a year and they rolled the dice.
Besides Daniel Jones?
Well, Dak Prescott. That's the only one.
He don't count.
He don't count. Okay.
But Lamar is clearly better than both of them. I think it's just a situation where he's his own agent, right?
No, him and his
mom.
Yeah, his mom.
I think that's hindering a lot of the talks.
I agree. I believe
If
that's
he
got
had an
something to do with
agent,
it, too.
we wouldn't even be talking about this. Right
But to rebuttal against that, the linebacker,
Roquan Smith.
he doesn't have an agent, but he's the highest paid linebacker. The Ravens didn't have no problem giving him his money without an agent.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
you can't say the mom or whoever.
It's all about the
Jalen
ass.
and Jalen Hurts got all woman team.
So you can't
So
necessarily
the
say it's because he doesn't have an agent as to why.
And Jalen Hurts is about to get paid too.
Hey.
But that's because Philly believes in him.
I was gonna say, you think Philly's gonna blink?
Obviously,
And that's
Baltimore
what-
doesn't believe in
and that-
Lamar
and
the way
that's-
that we think Baltimore should believe in Lamar.
And that's basically where I was going to end up at, just like he just said. I think it just comes down to, I think it's part of the billionaire ownership, but I also think that at the end of the day, they just don't believe
They
it.
don't.
I was getting ready to ask that. What is the problem? Why can't he get his bag like he want to get his bag?
He's going to get his
I
bag.
believe-
No, like how he want to get his bag.
Because I believe the Baltimore Ravens.
I don't think
believe-
he's top 5. I don't think he's top
I
5
didn't say it was
quarterback.
top 5. I didn't say that.
He's top 10.
He barely top 10 to me.
Okay. He's still top
Yeah,
10.
I can see that.
And he still
Yeah,
deserves
But
that
not top
contract.
5. I
You
mean,
know?
top 5 is Patty.
And he wants to get paid like the
Oh,
number one
sorry.
quarterback. He wants to get paid like, and every quarterback should. But he wants to get paid
it was
like a
Kyler
top
Murray
3
that wanted to get paid like a
And
number
that's-
one quarterback.
Let me say
But-
one more thing about that too.
Go ahead.
Because everybody's trashing Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Kyler
Oh,
Murray's
he's in the-
career high in touchdown passes is 26,
Come on.
and Daniel Jones is 24.
Okay.
And Kyler Murray got a $46 million contract. Ain't nobody said a word.
I have.
Both
I
of them
believe
trash.
he's underpaid.
Hold on.
Both of them. But hold on, we got to call. Let me see who this is calling in right here. Caller, what's your name? Oh shoot. Caller, who's this? What's your name?
Man, this is Reggie, man. What up, man?
What's going on? What's going on, Reggie? So talk to us, Reginald. I'm sorry, sir. Reginald, professional. Talk to us about the Lamar Jackson situation. Why do you think the Baltimore Ravens have yet to pay him?
Because they playing, man. They playing. And all these owners are colluding with him. Because let me tell you something. He's basically getting paid off what he did. If we pay him off what he did, he's won MVP. Let's not forget that. He's kept y'all from going to the dumpster. Because if you want to be honest, the year with Joe Flacco, y'all had a losing record. Yeah. Had to win the last 6 games to win out. You put him in the starters, you win the last 6 games. He's probably fourth on the list, third on the list as the most winningest quarterback the last 4 to 5 years. Pay him what he's due. Why? I just want to know why can't he get paid what he's due?
Reggie, let me ask you. You're a big Packers fan, so let me ask you: if the Packers say straight up trade Lamar Jackson for Aaron Rodgers, you doing it?
Bow. Aaron, I love Aaron, but I know it's over. I know it ain't Aaron. Aaron wants to come back. It's the Packers. So, and I have no faith in Jordan. I'm letting it be known that I have no faith. My faith is negative 100 in Jordan Love. I hope he comes out and plays good. If he comes out and does good, it is what it is. But right now, my bag is packed. I'm waiting on where Aaron goes.
Go ahead, man. Just abandon ship.
Just jump ship.
Follow A-Rod wherever he goes.
Y'all going to the Jets?
Who?
You and A-Rod and Reginald.
Oh, I'm just A-Rod. I'll go wherever A-Rod.
Yeah. Jack, he's gone. If he goes to the Jets, I'm mad at her. When he retires, I'll come back to be a Packers fan.
Let me hold some of your gear. Let me
Hey, Reginald, before we get you out of here, before our commercial break, talk to us. Let us know your thoughts on the Ja Morant situation. What are your thoughts, views, and opinions? And how many games do you think he'll be suspended?
Man, I've been saying Ja Morant, he needs to stop that silly stuff. But what needs to happen is his father. Like, as a father, you need to tell him he's doing too much. You don't need to be his friend. I tell my kids all the time, I'm not your friend, I'm your parent. Now, I love you at the end of the day, but I'm going to tell you the right thing to do. His father out there doing all that with him, going clubbing, doing all that, that's wrong, man. He needs his OG to step up and say, hey, you living wrong. But right now, it's looking like he might be suspended for the rest of the season. That's what it looks like to me. So he just needs to get his mind right, man, and get back on track.
You think it's what he's going through right now? You think it's going to correct everything, get his mind right?
I hope it does, because you got to go through something. You got to go through something that's going to pull you down. That's what they're doing right now. They say, hold on, we're gonna make an example out of you. You want to keep doing this? We're going to make an example out of you to spread around to the other people in the league. But ain't nobody else in the league really doing stuff like that. Like, you need to chill out, man. Be yourself. It's not bad to be yourself, man. It's not. It really ain't. I tell my kids all the time, be yourself. Don't try to be something that you ain't.
Hey man, I tell my kids all the time, it's cool to be square. Like, it's cool to be smart, right? Like it's.
Tell my kids, it's cool to be a square. Like, me and your mother, we grew up in the hood. Y'all didn't. Y'all sheltered. We sheltered y'all from a lot of stuff, and it's okay. But we've been through a lot of stuff. We went through that to show y'all better.
I say same thing to my daughter every day.
Hey, Reginald, we appreciate you calling in. Good luck to you on your Louisville Cardinals on the rest of, I was going to say rest of the season, but it ended today. My bad, player. But but Reginald, man, we appreciate you for calling into the show, man.
Cats ate them up.
Yep. What you say, cats ate them up?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I know he was saying too.
Nah, I wasn't talking about
it.
That's all good. We just took it.
Oh, okay. Is that what it is?
Yes,
But you know it's 112, man. It's over now for John.
Over there. It's over. We're going to take a quick commercial break on WLXU 93.9 FM. When we come back, we will talk about UK and the SEC tournament, NCAA tournament. Let's hurry up and get this conversation over with, because I'm tired of it already.
We're going to come back.
We about to go crazy.
Crazy.
Don't worry, Q. I'm going to help
you. You going to help? You going to help me? I need help. I need all help I can get on this.
To get into this whole debate, but
can't help talking about North Carolina.
Yeah,
can't help talking about Illinois.
Trash.
What mic you got? Number 3. Y'all better go cut this.
UK what? They ain't trash.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The number one factor in all those
You know what?
collisions? Not paying attention. Using your break to finish your morning beauty routine, have a meal, or surf your playlist makes you vulnerable to a crash. Regardless of how it seems to you,
You know, I
a
can't
couple of
say it,
seconds
man.
of not paying attention
I
puts
know my
you and
boys,
those
man. I
around you
can't say
at
it.
risk of injury or death.
You can say it.
Hi, I'm
You
Susan
just,
Elkington
ain't
from
nobody, it's
Toyota,
just us four.
reminding you to keep it
It's
simple.
just
No, but
Drive
the
when you're
only issue
driving. Everything
the
else
only
can
issue
wait.
I have about the UK is I just don't think Calipari can coach. But that's just my
Get it, Rick?
Radio
That's
Land
my
needs
thing.
you.
You watch Arkansas
Independent
game?
community radio
I did.
thrives.
He did
Yeah,
a good job.
he
He did a
did.
good job. I mean, I say it when he does a good job, but sometimes he just doesn't do well in adjustments.
Okay.
It just
For sure.
He's not
That's
perfect.
all I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not saying he's a horrible coach.
No, you
I'm
good,
saying
you good.
that
You got two more
you don't win
commercials.
national. You don't win national. I guess you can. UNLV won. They just went out just balled. They ain't have to be coached.
You talking about-
They're not.
They had to be coached. They just put on their uniforms.
Who's that?
UNLV.
Oh, with Jerry Tarkanian, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, boy, when they lost to Duke, they was out coached because they had a fundamental team that beat them. They was always going to beat them. But it's like when UK lost with John Wall and them, I said the team that would beat them.
We got out
the
coached in
team-
that game, 100%.
Well,
think it was out-coached? You
It
think it was
wasn't
free
out- it
throws?
wasn't that. It was the fact there was two things. They couldn't shoot.
I guess
Yes.
y'all couldn't beat the
And
zone.
you can't
That's-
beat the
that's
zone.
what I was
There
gonna
two
say.
reasons why he lost.
But we didn't adjust. That's why I say we got out coached because we didn't adjust.
But,
in the
I don't
game.
know.
but it was a
I just feel like
given fact.
talent.
You can't.
somewhat
You were
kept-
more athletic. So you
Absolutely.
was gonna always beat any team that played you, man.
Absolutely.
So it was a team only. I felt that it was only two teams could beat you that year, either Syracuse or West Virginia, and West Virginia beat you.
And I just say out coached because I feel like my strategy against yours.
Welcome back to Beyond the Game on WLXU 93.9 FM. We getting ready to get into a little UK Wildcat talk with my boy Rich the Bull, who has an I Rock UK Blue podcast for Beyond the Game. But before we get into that conversation, we got a caller on the line. Caller, what's your name, man?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. What's your name?
Yeah, this is your favorite referee, Kim.
Well, grand opening, grand closing. Let's go and get this over with. We got Sean Gurton on the line. I was about to say Lexington, but I'm gonna just go ahead and say Kentucky's worst referee in the history of
Hey, turn the mic on.
I'll turn your mic on.
Sean, are you repping downtown for the Sweet 16?
No, we only
Thank God.
been one for the girls. So, association, let me give a shout out to Dave Pugh of Bluegrass Basketball Association. He's on the girls' side. Raymond Lightfoot and Terry Kodai is for the boys. So, it's a huge honor to get invited to go to Sweet 16.
Hey man, we ain't here for all that. We here talking about, Ja Morant and Lamar Jackson and all that. So Sean, while we got you on the line real quick, tell me your thoughts, views, opinions on Ja Morant, and you being a referee, do you think he will be suspended for the rest of the NBA season?
Well, you know what? That's above any referee's pay grade. That's not what we do. But, I haven't been keeping up a lot with this story, but I agree with y'all. It's just not smart. It's just not smart to put yourself in that situation, to go on your IG and do it. And so, Adam Silver seemed like he does got to come down pretty hard on him.
So since you didn't want to give us your honest view and opinion, that's why I can't talk to referees, man. They
No,
won't keep it
no,
100.
no.
They won't be politically correct, escape behind the wall. I can't. If that was me, I don't know what I would. But anyways, Lamar Jackson, do you think that he will be a Baltimore Raven next season?
I actually think he will. And I think here's the thing, y'all was saying, how come he hasn't got his bag? To me, it's simple. Because he wants it fully guaranteed. And that's not how the NFL structure is. And look, I think there is a lot of NFL owners that are really ticked off at the Browns for giving Deshaun Watson a fully guaranteed deal. And you see, if Lamar wanted, let's say, 210 guarantee out of 255, that deal would have been done. I really believe that. But he's holding strong to, he wants his contract fully guaranteed because you got a quarterback and I've got it. MVPs, I've taken you to the playoffs, and that guy's got a fully guaranteed, so I'm not taking anything less than somebody's in my own division.
Well, Sean, let me get you out of here on this last note, man. What's your Louisville Cardinals going to do this offseason?
Turn over that
Well, Sean, I appreciate you for calling in. I'm really thankful and appreciative that you're not doing the Sweet 16. But all jokes aside, we appreciate you.
Monday, Monday when I get there, I'm giving you a ticket and you're going to be courtside. You hear me?
That's why you're an Eagles fan.
Exactly. That's why he's an Eagles fan for stuff like that.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Right into the ground. Right into the ground. Fly right into the ground. No, I don't want to hear Sean say. But Sean, we appreciate you for tuning in, man, and appreciate all the support you give the show.
All right, man.
All right. So let's get into a little UK talk. We got, Rich the Bull in this joint. And you say, why is he yelling? I don't know. But anyway.
He had to be in traffic.
I don't know why he was yelling, bro. So let's talk about it. First thing I want to talk about, since you well connected with all things UK, what's up with UK's love-hate relationship with Coach Cal? Why is it when he's losing, y'all want him out of town, but as soon as he starts winning a couple of games, he ain't that bad, man. Speak on the temperature of the love-hate relationship with Coach Cal.
I'm not in that minority.
Okay.
Because I don't understand it either. I always say on my podcast, it's hard to win a championship in college basketball. It's extremely hard. And they'll say, oh, well, you got these recruiting classes to come in every year, these top recruiting classes. Not every recruit pans out either.
Nope.
You have top 10 players that come and play on teams and ends up being 4-year players. They just don't pan out. And then they'll say, oh, y'all ain't won a first-round game in the last 3 years. Well, how we counting COVID? How we counting the COVID year? We didn't even go. There was no tournament.
I'm counting it.
How you gonna count that? Hey, y'all didn't make the tournament then
either. That's nothing new for us. But go ahead.
But no, we was in a little slump. But the thing is, I also asked, who you gonna replace him with? Who you gonna replace him with? And they'll say Chris Beard.
Absolutely not.
They'll say Rick Pitino. Rick Pitino's at Iona for a reason.
Yeah, I bet he won't be there next year.
He ain't gonna be in no big school either.
Oh, I bet he'd be.
You think he's gonna be a Power 5?
I bet he'd be in the Big East. Or
he just
like
won
that.
Coach of the Year.
I guarantee.
In his conference.
I guarantee he'll be in the Big East or something next year.
So he'll be Syracuse. But go ahead though.
And then they'll say
That's my
Chris
favorite
Beard.
coach of all time in UK, Ricky P. But
Nah, yeah, he got us some rings. But they'll say like Chris Beard. Chris Beard reminds me of Billy Gillispie, because he had that 1 year. He had that 1 year when he went to the tournament and went crazy. Billy G had AC Law. That 1 year.
I remember that.
It's kind of a comparison.
Yeah.
So to me, the only person that you could replace him with is not coming back to college. That's Jay Wright. Jay Wright's not coming back.
Why would he?
What about Mark Few? You
Mark Few?
You want Mark Few?
When does Mark Few win a championship?
come on,
You just want to be good every year?
Yeah.
Why would he leave from out there? He gets his gold out there.
Just saying.
Listen, I don't want to be a top 1, 2, 3 team every year and not win a championship. You're just teasing yourself at that point.
I mean, to your point, I don't know who would come in here and coach the team for real.
So my thing is, he was in a little slump. Let him rock out. He's also got us to Final Fours. He's also got us to Elite Eights. He's also got us a championship.
Been a while.
It's been a while, but it's been a while for a lot of teams. Tom Izzo got 1 ring in Michigan State.
Not for us. We won about 4 years.
I know.
We're
What
not-
about?
we're not
Hey,
They can bring in Nate
and let
McMillan.
me tell you this, and y'all not gonna have a chance to win it this year either.
Hello.
Y'all ain't going to the tournament.
Nate McMillan. That's what
I tell you,
old
Tar
Nate.
Heels
I
fly
tell you what.
on the road.
We got as good of a chance winning this year as UK got winning
Nah,
this year.
the field's wide open. We got a chance.
Well, it's hard for y'all to have a chance the same way as UK because y'all won't be in the tournament.
That's
It
my
don't
point.
matter.
That's my point.
UK will
We're
be
not
in
even
the
in the tournament. We still got a better chance than UK.
Y'all think you're not
You can't compare, bro. You can't compare.
We'll have this conversation April 2nd. I was there, and I'll come in here with the winning team. But anyways, let's talk about UK and the SEC tournament that's about to kick off. What you think your odds are? You got Alabama, you got Arkansas, you got Auburn in that joint as well. What's your predictions for the SEC tournament for UK?
I think we got a easy side of the bracket. Every
Who
team.
y'all got? Oh, y'all got a bye?
Yeah, we
Yes,
got
sir.
two buys.
Okay, they got double
Top
buys.
teams.
But every team on that side of the bracket we beaten. It's Arkansas, Texas A&M, Vanderbilt, Georgia, LSU. We beaten all of them.
Didn't y'all just get beat by Vanderbilt?
Yeah, we did.
We did, but we also beat them too.
Hello.
And we also lost our point guard in the beginning of the second half.
That's
Who's
what-
also our best player.
That's what it was. It was losing the
Who's
point.
the point? Who's the point?
Casey Wallace.
Wallace.
He projected to go lottery, so let's not act like he's not a big deal.
But y'all beat Arkansas without him?
Yeah, because Cal adjusted coach.
Oh, so y'all can beat Vanderbilt. I mean, y'all can't beat Vanderbilt, but y'all can beat Arkansas.
Well, he didn't put Jacob Toppin in
Oh.
to run the.
That was a nice
run the
adjustment.
floor. It was a great
That was-
adjustment.
that was nice.
That's what won us the game. And Antonio Reeves going off.
Hello.
But
Yeah,
I
he had
think
37.
37.
Yeah.
But I think Toppin had a good game too. But I think that I ain't gonna say it's an easy road to the championship. I think
that's what it sounds like to me.
no, I don't think it's an easy road. I think we can beat those teams. I don't think we're gonna beat Bama though.
No,
If
you're
Bama goes
not.
to the championship, I don't think we're gonna beat them.
No, you're not.
Bama can be beat.
Mm-hmm.
They have shown that they can be beat, but I just don't see us beating Bama. And I'm gonna always be a realistic UK fan.
Before I ask you this next question, I'm just going by what Facebook is telling me right now. And Andrew Morrell tells me
No,
to
He's a
tell
Louisville
you,
fan.
Oh Lord.
Not listening.
y'all can't never trust a sports opinion from a dude in a Giants hat.
See what I'm
Sports
saying?
law.
He's a Louisville fan.
I'm
We
not-
know
it's
no
crazy,
even
though.
sound-
I'm just reporting. man.
Y'all remember like during the Super Bowl weekend prior, all the things that Andrew was saying about the Eagles.
Right.
His opinion null and void.
Absolutely.
Null and void.
That doesn't question.
Absolutely.
His opinion is null and void.
Ain't no question.
Your team not winning nothing either.
That's Andrew.
He's an Eagles fan and a Louisville fan.
He gonna say something. He'll probably say something in the comments about the Eagles, but then you go back and look at how many championships they got in the history.
They got one.
But you ain't
That's one.
changed his name. But he changed his name to Andrew Patty.
Yeah, he lost the bet.
Patty
Yeah,
Mayonnaise.
he lost the bet. So what's your expectations for the NCAA tournament?
Like I said, I think the field is wide open. There's no great team in college basketball this year. Like they talking about Kansas getting the number 1 overall seed, and we played them well at Rupp.
Honestly, I don't know. Did y'all win? I can't remember. Honestly, can't
We did.
remember. Okay.
We did, but it was a close game the whole time. So if they the number 1 overall seed,
Top team we beat.
yeah,
So who wins the SEC tournament?
I think Bama does.
Yeah,
Bama?
I say Bama too.
If Bama don't make it to the championship,
In UK?
we gonna win it.
Absolutely.
You said that like you believed it.
Adamant.
Oh my God.
We beating everybody else besides Missouri.
But this is the tournament, baby. Things change. This is the second season.
And if we got Case and Wallace, we locked in.
Okay, so what if y'all don't have Case and Wallace? Then what?
Toppin gonna run the court. We gonna
Okay, I man. See, this is exactly what I be talking about these UK fans. Boy, I'm telling you.
So
What we
are
supposed
we
to
not
say?
supposed to believe that we
Y'all
can
supposed to
win
be
it?
realistic.
How's
what
that
y'all-
not
So what's
realistic?
realistic to you? Just say we gonna lose?
Yeah.
Come on, that's what I'm saying. That's
Nah, you know what that is? That ain't real. That's hate.
Yeah.
Exactly, bro.
You know what? I will say it. Oh, I am a hater. I
Oh, we go?
I don't care.
When you have a season like y'all had this year, that's all you
I
can
mean,
do.
it could be worse. You could lose in the first round.
I'm not a
I
hater, but I mean, I
don't understand it either.
I don't think they're gonna win.
What seed would you give y'all? Let's say y'all runner up for the SEC. Let's say y'all do play Alabama. Y'all runner up. What seed would you give y'all?
So I don't know if y'all noticed, but in the past, the tournaments don't matter.
Yeah.
Especially the SEC, it never mattered. Like we won it one year and was still like a 7 or 8 seed. So I don't think that matters.
Always complaining. You can't be.
Oh, we got a big
That's,
season.
no. We went to the championship that year. We lost to UConn. So
Oh, y'all
I mean,
lost? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
to UConn. Like, but no, I think overall we'll probably be like a 6 seed.
I mean, do you get?
I
do
say
you get
7 or
trophies
8.
for coming in second?
UK they might. I don't know what they do.
I only say that about. It's not about UK. It's about everybody. I mean, everybody. Oh yeah, we went to the Final Four. I mean,
No,
I ain't talking about
celebrate.
you.
Yeah.
I'm just making a statement.
Yeah.
It's like, what does that mean? I mean,
Well, some schools do hang Final Four banners. They do, and national runners up. They do. They do. I think we do. We hang them. I think y'all do. I'm not for sure if Duke does or
I
not.
think Michigan did until they got taken down.
Yeah.
How many championships does North Carolina have?
Why you bring that up?
I'm just
This is
asking
a
answer the question.
I can't remember.
For the audience.
I know. I don't either. That's why I asked.
But what
I
I
think we
do
got one.
remember, Illinois.
I think we got.
Hey, I rocked with Illinois the year they had Darren Williams,
Yeah.
Lee Brown, and Luther Head.
Me too. You know who beat that squad?
North Carolina.
Thank you, sir.
That's when y'all ever shot the kids and went to class and stuff.
Vegeta, yeah.
And we know he was going to class. They
Sean
was
Sean
real
Mann,
close.
Sean.
They were there. Damn, that's crazy that you mentioned that. We won that year, and then we won again, and then we just won the 17.
So you should tell me. You should be able to tell me how many championships y'all got, right?
Y'all, dang.
But y'all got 3, 4.
Nah, we got
5.
a little razzle dazzle.
I mean,
This
this is what I will say. The GOAT went to North Carolina.
Absolutely.
All right.
But we're not gonna have that
No,
conversation.
LeBron
I
came
appreciate you
straight
bringing that
out
up.
of
Yeah, LeBron came straight out of
Also,
high school.
I didn't think he went to
See,
college.
legend.
So,
Legend.
I think, hey,
There's 2 of them today,
I
legend.
think
Don't.
he
You're right.
almost went to Ohio State. He was looking at North Carolina.
You're right.
All I got to
He
say.
was looking at North Carolina, but he ended up
It's
going
two,
straight
it's 2
to
versus
high school.
2.
You
but we ain't gonna do
right.
that.
Yeah.
You right, Reginald. That slipped my mind. But anyway, we great take a quick commercial break on WLX.
Oh, my God.
That's gonna be out of the game.
You set
When we
yourself
come,
up, Legend.
yeah, Legend did that. We gonna take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Oh God.
There's 2 of them in here, legend. Be
Oh
careful.
God.
Be careful.
Boy, it was just like the lights came on, the roaches went
They don't play about they guy.
I don't know what you're talking
They
about.
don't play.
Boy, he bring up LeBron.
They don't play.
What happened?
Ah!
What happened?
LeBron.
What happened? So, Derek Carr, D Hop, Derrick Henry, Jalen. Okay.
I can't believe I can't believe they ain't hear me on the trade.
I
block.
can't
That's
either.
silly. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make no
That's
sense.
their team.
Mhm.
That's their identity.
They gonna rebuild if they do it.
No, they ain't putting all their money in Tannehill.
Hey,
Good luck with that.
Sheesh.
and I don't think Willis is it either.
Oh.
The quarterback, the backup
Willis.
Willis,
Willis.
when they draft, I don't think he's it either.
Where's Derrick Henry go? Lord have mercy.
Whoever gets him, that's a steal.
What if he goes somewhere like the Bills? That's all the
That's
Bills
why
Oh,
yeah, somebody was
That's all
talking
they
about
need.
that, bro. That's
Oh,
all they
God.
need.
Yeah.
Yeah, at that time, I'm just
So,
better
yeah.
yet, send him to the Cowboys.
Nah, bro.
Welcome back to Beyond the Game on WLXU 93.9
That
FM.
horse.
We're going to finish it up talking about a little Derek Carr signing with the Saints. And then we got D Hop on the trading block, Derrick Henry, Jalen Ramsey, and all that. So let's start with Derek Carr. Him signing to the Saints or being traded to the Saints, however you want to categorize it. Ralph Clay, man.
Yes,
Does
sir.
this make them a true contender next season?
Based on the conference that he's in, which would be the NFC South.
Here we go.
You have Tampa, you have Carolina, and you have Atlanta being his competition. I would say he's probably top quarterback in that conference. Don't necessarily.
Oh,
That's
Derek-
6-0 right there.
Derek Carr.
That's 6-0 right there.
top what?
Top quarterback.
Top
he meant
quarterback
the
in that
division.
conference.
He meant the division. NFC
Division.
South.
I apologize. I said conference. I meant division.
Real question. I started twitching and
I
everything.
said NFC South. Legend, come on, man.
He heard conference. He
My bad.
he thought
I
A-Rod.
apologize.
He thought A-Rod.
So I say just based on him being in the NFC South, he'll definitely win that division. So that puts him in the playoffs right there alone. So I don't know how far that would go in the playoffs, but
They got Olave. They got Michael Thomas. Maybe Alvin Kamara. He got his little
I don't think
situation.
Thomas is gonna be there.
You don't think he's gonna be there? What about Kamara? You think Kamara's gonna be there? Because he got his little situation now that he got to go to court
why
for.
wouldn't
now.
they try to go get Henry?
They're paying him too much money.
Who, Alvin Kamara?
Yeah.
But they still got that staff defense though. The defense is top 5, I think, in the league last year. But anyway, does Derek Carr sign with them? You think it makes them a contender?
No.
No.
I think they make the playoffs, but I don't think they're like gonna make any noise. There's other teams that's way better than them. Because Derek Carr was on the Raiders and he had weapons there. He had Darren Waller. He had
That's what I don't
Devontae
understand.
Adams.
Like
Hey, Josh Jacobs.
Yeah,
Although he
Josh
was injured
Jacobs.
for a lot of the year.
But I don't. No, it wasn't. Not Josh Jacobs.
I thought Josh
Nah,
Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs led the league in rushing.
Oh, my bad.
He
Okay,
got the
my
rushing
bad.
title this year.
I
But see,
apologize.
that's what I don't understand. Like, it's like they're paying him $100 million. Everybody like, oh my God, they're contenders. Like, what's the difference?
Mm.
He had weapons. He had probably the best receiver, or the year before,
Right.
the best receiver in the league with Devontae.
But would you say also that Josh McDaniels being there kind of maybe
I mean,
you say no?
what
Dennis
does that?
Allen
What
is gonna be
does
a
that?
good
What
coach.
does that? What does that have to do with him throwing the football
Right.
to somebody?
Maybe he didn't put him in the right positions. Just like Nathaniel Hackett with Russell Wilson.
Come on, man.
Oh, wait a minute now. Hold on now.
I'm just saying.
No.
I'm just saying.
No.
I'm just saying.
Is it Nathaniel Hackett with Russell Wilson or is it
Or is it Russell
leaving
Wilson?
Kirk?
We're about to find
We're
out.
about to find
We're
out
about
this
to find
season.
out.
We're about to
I mean,
find out.
because
Oh, yeah.
the word I'm hearing is Russell Wilson is trash. That's what I'm hearing.
Oh.
I mean, he was trash this past season.
As a Broncos fan,
was-
I cannot argue that.
It was like he came to the Broncos and he was exposed.
He
Absolutely.
came to the Broncos and retired.
So, I'm just
We paid him
saying.
$200 million to
So
do
I'm just
this.
saying. I mean, good for Derek Carr. He got his money, but I don't see I just don't see the difference. Like, I mean,
So
he
basically,
he
nothing.
still throws interceptions. He still,
They're gonna playoffs though.
yeah, because that's a weak
Yeah,
division.
they're gonna playoffs. They'll win the division.
Yeah.
Nah, we got something to say about that.
Who?
Tampa.
Bro,
You know what y'all got?
Buccaneers are done, bro.
You know what y'all got to say about that?
We got
Maybe Derrick Henry
4
come
and
down there.
13. That's what y'all got
Woo!
to say about
Hey,
that.
That's
maybe
a nice
Derrick Henry
record,
come
too.
down
They're
there.
winning 10 games.
Y'all
What's that?
ready? Y'all in a
Maybe Derrick
rebuild.
Henry come down there to Tampa.
He'll
Nah,
be
they-
wasting his time.
They don't want to do that.
He'll be
Because
wasting
they
his
just gonna
time.
load the box. We ain't got no quarterback. They just gonna load the box.
Yeah.
Well, you better get a court. Maybe get it.
Don't do that.
Maybe get A-Rod. Y'all like to take other quarterbacks and win Super Bowl.
If that's the case, bring me Lamar then. We'll trade you
That's
two.
fine.
We'll trade you 2 raggedy number ones.
I like to see
We'll get
that.
Lamar on down there.
Or maybe
you
get
know,
2.
Mike Evans, Chris Godwin.
Maybe get 2.
Nah, I don't like 2.
That'd be his prove it. Hey, that if Lamar went to Tampa, that'd be his prove it. You got all the weapons you need. That's
Yeah.
always the argument is he ain't
Yeah.
had no receivers.
Yeah.
So he gonna have
You
that
got
be
Mike
his fruit.
Evans, and then Chris Godwin is a year removed from his ACL injury. Then you got the young tight end core. So and Rashad White, you know, he's not an elite running back, but he's serviceable.
I like him.
He's okay.
I like him.
He's
Lamar,
good.
don't waste your time.
Come on.
Tampa, bro.
Hey,
Well, he ain't gonna win. He's not gonna win in Baltimore.
nah.
I'd rather go somewhere else.
I mean, think about that.
I'm
You got,
Suge Knight.
but you got all those. You got receivers basically saying, in so many words, "Why go to Baltimore? You ain't gonna throw the ball."
Yes.
See,
That's
y'all,
my argument.
see, y'all forgetting these little pieces that's been coming out with receivers being out there talking. You know, it's like we're gonna go to Baltimore for what?
And they saved some money, but we got Kenny Galladay, and it was between us and the Ravens, and he chose us over the Ravens. It was a trash contract, but at that time, Kenny Galladay was the #1 receiver on the market, and he chose us.
The only dude
Daniel Jones over Lamar.
that's gonna put up numbers receiving wise is one guy on Baltimore.
Mark Andrews.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's his dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, so I mean that's a big thing there.
So
who's
hold
gonna
on.
go there?
Let me ask y'all: did he go to Mark Andrews because that's just who he's comfortable with, or did he go to Mark Andrews because he didn't trust the receiving core that he had?
I mean, I don't
Mark
know.
Andrews is a top 5 tight end, bro.
I get that.
He did that because he's comfortable with him. He
Yeah.
knows he's gonna catch. It's
I mean,
like
but
Mahomes
you-
and Kelsey.
But you had Marquise Brown
Yeah.
before he left.
Right.
Bouncing
Right.
receiver.
Then you got Bateman, you got a couple other guys, and they barking. People don't want to come there for. See what happens. Let's do it this way. See what happens in free agency.
Yeah.
And see who signs.
Well, first of all, they got to see what Baltimore do first.
Well, I'm just saying, but
So-
see who signs.
So if Baltimore re-signs Lamar and then like you know alluding to the wide receivers don't sign, then I get your point.
Yeah.
But you know Lamar's out there, and then you know so it's a moot point.
So do y'all think he's
Trade
gonna go
entertainment.
crazy with a receiving core? Or y'all think he is what he is?
I don't
he
think
is what he is.
That's what I think.
No, he is what he is.
You think he is what
I
he is?
don't-
You
I
think
don't
he's reached the
question.
ceiling? Y'all both think
I'm
he's
not
reached the
saying
ceiling?
I don't know
I
if
don't
he's reached
agree.
the ceiling, but he is who he is.
But what is he?
What a running quarterback?
He's a running quarterback that
Is he above average?
absolutely.
Lamar
Absolutely.
can throw the ball.
I'm not saying no. You're missing my point. I'm not saying
He's
he can't throw.
accurate throwing the
I'm
ball.
not saying he
He's
can't
not the
throw the
most
football.
accurate, but
But because of what he does, okay, they got to load the boxes. They got to put somebody in the box to spy on him to keep him from running the football,
Mhm.
which makes it easier for him to get the coverages that he needs to throw the football.
Yeah.
And with that being the case, the question that I would ask, if you've got one-on-one coverages out there
Oh,
like
he
that,
spits today.
why is it that you're only throwing to Mark Andrews when you got, hey, this is professional football. These guys can catch passes, right? But what we're doing is what? You know, they're going to load the box. We're going to load the box. We're going to watch Lamar. We're going to make sure that he can't get these long runs because that's what he does, right? If you bring somebody up, he's going to hit Mark Andrews. Other than that, what else he going to do?
maybe
Throw
it
it
goes
to
back
running
to what Q just said. The question was why. Does he not trust his receivers? Maybe that's part of the issue.
We don't see what goes on in practice. Who knows what's going on in
Oh,
practice?
yeah.
Maybe they dropping a lot of balls, and he's like, man, I
mean,
can't
you
trust
could
these
be
guys
right.
in big
But y'all
situations.
also gotta attach the fact that receivers don't want to come to
No,
Baltimore.
I agree with
That's
that.
a
I
fact.
don't agree with that. But
That's a reason.
but the receivers you do have, you got to work with what you got.
Yeah.
Nobody. Well, I ain't gonna say nobody. A lot of people didn't complain when Aaron Rodgers really didn't have a top-notch receiving core. He just made it happen, right? Now I'm not saying Lamar is Aaron Rodgers, but what I'm saying is you just got to work with what you got.
So why ain't we giving Daniel Jones that credit?
Because Daniel Jones is trash.
Come on, bro.
Okay.
Did you see Daniel Jones receivers this year? Did y'all not see Daniel Jones receivers this year?
Nah.
Well,
I can't name
here-
one.
here's
Can y'all
my-
name the three
Let's
receivers on the
Let's
Giants?
trade Lamar for Derrick Henry.
Lamar. Then we got
Still
him.
don't have weapons in
Nah.
Tennessee, but
Yeah, it's still the same.
Traylon
squad.
Burks is nice.
Yeah, he is nice.
But
I mean they got Robert Woods.
No,
Burks.
they let him go.
They-
Nah,
Yeah.
they let Woods go.
They got a couple tight ends too, don't they?
I think they got one good one. Yeah.
I don't want to see him go to Tennessee, man.
I'm
I
just saying.
don't
I'm
think that's
just
the
being
best fit
sarcastic.
for
I
him.
don't know. I mean,
I wouldn't mind him going to Washington. I've heard a lot of noise about Washington. I would like to see
Tampa.
because I would like to see what he does,
I would keep pushing
and I would like to see what Bieniemy does.
You know, y'all know the perfect fit for Lamar is Miami, right?
Yep.
It's the perfect fit.
But for whatever reason, there's alleged these teams that don't want to come out and get them. But anyways, let's go around the room real quick. I'm gonna name a couple of guys. Will they be traded in this offseason? Let's start off with D Hop, legend. Does he get traded this offseason? Or does he even get let go? Does he get released?
I think he changes teams. I don't know if it's trade or release, but I think he changes teams.
Rich?
I think he gets traded to the Giants.
This guy.
He not my favorite player, so I'm biased.
So you biased on
that's
on
fair.
both accounts.
That's fair.
Clay.
I think he gets traded or released or whatever it may be. I just don't think
I don't think him and Kyler G like
you
that.
took the words right out of my mouth. I don't think he's a fan of Kyler.
I don't think Kyler's a fan of him.
Kyler
maybe-
and
maybe
Russell
go to-
Wilson seem to be the same type of
Maybe-
guy. You know what
Maybe
I'm
go to
saying?
Broncos.
And waste his career.
Woo.
Did y'all watch Hard Knocks with the
Yes.
Arizona Cardinals?
That exposed it all.
I was going to say, you
Yeah.
can tell, if you watch that, you can tell their relationship is not what
Absolutely.
people think it is. It is strictly wide receiver, quarterback relationship.
Kyler
No,
Murray's too cocky,
no
bro.
more, no less.
I don't know who he thinks he is, but his cockiness
Buddy
is
think he Pat
ridiculous.
Mahomes.
I
Let me
don't
tell you what he
know.
ain't.
Buddy-
He ain't.
Kyler Murray.
Buddy think you Pat Mahomes. All right, let's go to the next one. I'm going to go around the room the other way. Derrick Henry, Clay, does he get traded? Because you can't release that dude. Is he getting traded?
I'll say yes.
Okay, Rich.
I think he gets traded, but I think he gets traded at the trade deadline. I don't think he gets traded in the offseason.
Okay, all right.
If they trade him, who do they have? I don't.
Rebuild.
What you see in this room?
Rebuild, yeah.
I guess. I mean, if they're gonna rebuild, then yeah. I mean, but otherwise, I wouldn't see why they would do it.
Okay. Last name. And this is a big name cornerback who's been on the market, I would say, for probably the past year and a half. He's made a lot of noise about it as well. Jalen Ramsey.
See ya.
Yes.
Okay, legendary. He's gone.
Absolutely.
Gone, traded.
Absolutely.
See ya.
I agree with both of these
See ya.
guys.
Yeah.
100%. He's
See ya.
gone.
Out there.
That's
I don't
cap.
think Jalen wants to be there.
Well,
anymore.
that's what I was getting ready to say. I don't
Let
think.
that will is run dry.
I think a lot of them Rams. And sorry, Brew. I think a lot of the Rams players don't want to be
Don't
there. no more.
apologize to Bruce.
You're right. Again,
And
He said give him no sympathy.
And then if he ends up in Dallas, Lord have mercy.
Who you talking about, Jalen?
Yeah.
Might
That
end up in New
defense is
York.
already tough, man.
That's-
Like, he want everybody in New
Might
York.
end up with Giants. He got
Everybody's
he got-
going to
Everybody
going to New York.
Everybody's going to the Giants, boy. Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson, D Hop,
We
Jalen
don't run a
Ramsey.
3-quarterback system with
Boy, I
everybody.
tell you what, Jerry Rice, Megatron, everybody going to the everybody going to the Giants, man.
Giants, man. What they want to go to the Giants for?
Why not? We
They
got
only
a
want-
young
they
core.
only-
Did y'all
They
tag
only want
Saquon?
pay,
Yeah.
$10 million. They only want to pay Saquon $10 million.
No. We tagging him. We trying to give him a contract. We offered him $13 million.
$13 million they gonna pay Saquon Barkley, but they gonna play old Daniel Jones on 45. But they
Well,
don't,
the highest paid running back is 16.
I'm just saying, you gonna pay Daniel Jones 45, but you don't want to pay old.
Yes,
40.
I
He
get it
got
though,
40.
because
He didn't get 45.
Saquon
I
is
get it.
injury
I
prone
get
too,
it.
so you gotta factor
But
that
that's
in
Saquon,
too.
though.
He's still injury
Saquon,
prone,
you
bro.
want to win, come down south. But anyways, we get ready to run up out this
Nobody's
thing.
doing that.
We appreciate
Saquon,
everybody for tuning in.
okay.
Everybody on the Facebook group page, appreciate you for tuning in as well. Make sure you
$10
like,
million.
share, subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Oh,
KY Beyond the
Big
Game.
old Daniel Jones,
And as always,
$45
before we get up
million.
out this thing, we want you to treat somebody how you
Treat
want
that
somebody
boy.
to treat you.
Get on over that
We
boy,
up out
run
this
that
thing,
ball,
y'all.
boy.
Peace.
What's wrong with you, legend, bro?